Hello everybody, Bear Cunt here, bring you another barely bearable video. Man, god damn it, that introduction was horrible. Anyways, today we'll be talking about what you've all been waiting for. The long-clawed mammal roaming South America millions of years ago, using its long claws and sticky tongue to pick up plant matter. I'm of course talking about the one and only, the great Megatherium.
A bradypus or sloth am I.
So first things first, Megatherium was a sloth. Shocking, I know, but he wasn't your ordinary sloth. Partially, of course, because he was 6 meters long and could weigh as much as an elephant. Well, as we clarified now, Megatherium was a ground sloth, but it was a little more complicated than that. Because as I was doing the research for this episode, I found out that ground sloths were way more diversified than I first thought. But as sloths, the ground sloths are part of the so-called Xenophora, family of placented mammals, standing out because of their extra articulation in their backbone joint and their ischium and sacrum being joined together. Going from there, the ground sloths are part of the Pelosa, a group of Xenophorians who lack almost all their teeth, like in the case of the anteater. Finally, we've reached the suborder of the Polypora, aka the sloth.
Now here's where shit gets complicated. There are still living sloth families like the Baptipodidea, also known as the three-toed sloth, or the Megalonchidaea, also known as the two-toed sloth. All still very simple. Now, what I've expected was there to be like one other family for the ground sloth.
Guess again. Wrong!
Guess what? There's 3 separate families of ground sloth, all of which have several subfamilies. Seriously, there's the Megalonchidaea and the Megatherium, which I had no clue they existed, and finally the Megatherium, which we're going to deal with today. Now, there were about 20 genera within this family. I'm not going to talk about the subfamilies, this video is long enough anyways, but let's finally focus on the one called Megatherium now. You know, the ones this video about. Maybe. Probably.
Contented not to do or die, but idle as I please. I have 3 toes on either foot, or half a dozen on both, with leaves and fruits and shoots to eat. How sweet to be a sloth.
There were about 10 different subspecies of Megatherium, the biggest and most well-known being Megatherium americanum, who, as the name suggests, lived in America, more specifically South America. The other smaller subspecies like Megatherium medinae, who lived in Chile, or Megatherium altiplanicum, who lived in Bolivia, also lived in South America. Now back to Megatherium americanum, which we're going to talk about for the rest of the video. Megatherium can get up to 6 meters in length and 4 tons in weight, making it often being compared to the modern elephant. The first fossil findings of this meat mountain of a sloth were made by the French biologist Georges Cuvier, sorry if I butchered that name, in 1796. It lived about 5 million to 10,000 years ago.
The world is such a cheerful place when viewed from upside down. It makes a rise of every fall, a smile of every frown.
Let's talk about thick bones, if you know what I mean. Yeah, you know what I mean. the abnormally thick bone structure of Megatherium, which is especially present in its hind legs. What wasn't what you've been thinking of? Anyways, its thick leg bones and tail suggest that it probably leaned on both of those while feeding. Its hard, round, barrel-shaped chest hosts a giant stomach, as it is often present in herbivore megafauna. Its 5 clawed hands were partially used to pull down branches with plant matter, but may have also been used in defense. On its spine lies its relatively small head, which might have had fleshy lips and a long fleshy tongue, used to pick up leaves similar to today's giraffe in its living days. It must have been quite weird seeing a living Megatherium walking, as similar to its relatives, the anteater. It walks on its knuckles, protecting its claws. And also because of the other weird shit I just listed.
I watch the fleeting flutter by of butterfly or moth, and think of all the things I'd try if I were not a sloth.
Megatherium can very well be considered one of the most famous extinct mammals. You know, like after the woolly mammoth, Smilodon, most extinct members of the species Homo, maybe even Elasmotherium or Megaloceros. But he's in the top 10/15, maybe. Due to his popularity, he's been featured a couple of times in media, most notably in the 2001 documentary Walking with Beasts. Now, well then, fellas, I'll see you cunts in the next video. Till then, goodbye.
I could climb the very highest Himalayas, be among the greatest ever tennis players, win at chess or marry a princess, or study hard and be an eminent professor. I could be a millionaire, play the clarinet, travel everywhere, learn to cook, catch a crook, win a war, then write a book about it. I could paint a Mona Lisa, I could be another Caesar, compose an oratorio that was sublime. The door's not shut on my genius, but I just don't have the time.